Don't move to Austin, Texas till you know these 5 things. Because these 5 things make a massive difference on how you enjoy the city and what to look out for when you are buying or selling homes in Austin, Texas in the first place. Number 1, is that it is a super competitive market when it comes to real estate transactions. There are tons of homes being sold every single day, and every single place in Austin has a massive difference. From Lakeway to East Austin to South Austin and 04, all the way to North Austin and Domain. Each place has its own kind of demographic when it comes to how competitive the market is going to be for you. And more than just that, it also really breaks down a lot too from the prices as well. And the average price point in Austin, Texas is around $570,000, but that greatly differs where you're moving to. And more than just that, also for our taxes, kind of break down this point too, is that our taxes are vastly different as well depending where you're living at. If you live in Lakeway, you're paying a lot of taxes because the homes there cost more money. So when you're moving to Austin, Texas, or to Texas in general, keep that in mind. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, you understand what part of town you're moving to, and you understand that right now this is the buyer's market. So it's super competitive when it comes to sellers. This is a good time to sell, but for buyers especially, you understand there are not too many homes right now on the marketplace. There are way more buyers than sellers. So it means that any home you see could be a good opportunity for you, and you maybe get a great deal. We sold a home recently that got $65,000 off the total home price. Plus we get concessions for them too afterwards. And then you can pay for the closing costs as well. So it means for yourself, super competitive. So a lot of great deals for you right now in this marketplace. Save some money. Again, I said this before in past videos, but when you're buying in a seller's market, normally that means the interest rate is super low, which is good because you can lock in 2, 3, 4% interest rates. And right now, about 8%. So you're thinking to yourself, well, why would I buy a house now, not just wait until it drops again? Well, for some context for you, last time it was this low, or 3%, it took 22 years to get back to that low point. So we don't know if it's gonna be, tomorrow, 6 months from now, 5 years, or 22 years down the line. But more important than just that is when you buy a property right now in this marketplace, you can get a really good deal. Instead of overpaying 6 figures. I sold a house last year, or probably 8 months ago, for $150,000 above asking price. Yes, you heard that right, $150,000 above asking price because of the low interest rates. Super competitive market. So that means that my clients, got a great deal. The buyers overpaid for a property for low interest rates. But right now in this marketplace, if they buy a property below asking price, get equity as soon as they buy it, and then from there, they can refinance in 3 months, 6 months, or longer. Doesn't matter how long it might take for that to happen. Even if it's 22 years from now, you got a great deal. And on the point of Austin being a competitive market, that also means appreciation rate is really high for you too. In the past 10 years, it's been a 228% increase from appreciation. That's great for you, meaning that when you buy a property here in Austin, you know that your appreciation will outweigh your interest rates. That's the first point. Don't move to Austin, Texas till you understand kind of the marketplace itself. Again, there are tons of factors. It's super competitive for buyers and for sellers. And more than just that, every place in Austin is vastly different. You want to know more for yourself though? Book a free call down below with me and my team. Last year, there were $101 million in volume. I have a big team that's going to help you in all 50 states and 22 countries as well, not just Austin, Texas. But I'd be happy to talk to you, kind of break down the whole scope of what it's like to buy homes in Austin, Texas, the marketplace, and so much more. That's the first point. Our next point is going to be, this is like the most thriving place across America, at least one of them, for jobs. So you try to move to a place with a great job market, Austin, Texas may be your best fit for you. This is called the Silicon Hills, not Valley, Silicon Hills of, America. All the big tech companies are coming here, from Apple and Samsung and Google and Oracle. The list goes on. All these big companies are moving to Austin, Texas, which means a lot of good things for you. One, you have a great job opportunity. A lot of these jobs are all remote, so you can probably work them anywhere you want to. Even if it's outside of Austin, like in Kyle and Round Rock and Georgetown, but for those days when you have to go into the office place, it's not too far from you. It also means that appreciation is 74, and the last point is really high, because so many people are moving to Austin, Texas. The real math actually is about 184 people are moving to Austin, Texas every single day. 184 people. It's one of the fastest growing communities around America, which is, for a good reason. A lot of opportunity here for education and healthcare, more jobs in this tech as well. There are tons of jobs out here. Last year, it was #1 for job growth, #2 for appreciation growth. So it's one of the top places in the country for that reason. If you want to find a good job, this is the place you're going to be at. And that a lot of these places will even pay for relocation as well moving forward. So that's the next big point there. Great job opportunity. There's a lot of places for you to work at from all different ranges. Not just, high-tech jobs, from all different entry-level jobs as well, to high CEO suites and so forth. Now, our third point, what I like a lot about this place, is gonna be the culture is unmatched. Austin, Texas has so much culture, like keeping Austin weird, one of our slogans, being unique, being different. And this is one of the most liberal places in Texas. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to move to Texas because it's not that liberal. Well, Austin is the exception. This is one of the most liberal cities, Texas in general, from Houston, Dallas, and so forth. A lot of people love Austin for that reason. And more than just that, we also have, a great music scene. This is the capital of music. People come here for live music all the time, from South by Southwest to ACL Fest. And there's live music going on every single day at local pubs and clubs and restaurants and street corners. You have it all. Austin is huge for that. And of course, for food as well, that is part of our culture in Austin, Texas, especially barbecue. I moved to Austin, Texas from Kansas about 10 years ago. And if you know about Kansas, barbecue is one of the best out there. And I would say that Texas even outdoes a lot of the barbecue I had growing up as a kid. So the places here for culture is gonna be your music scene, it's gonna be the menus and the culture and the people and the atmosphere, and of course the food as well. Actually, down below I have a whole video for you too, kind of breaks down the pros and cons of Austin, Texas as well for you, for more context on that point too. And also the cost of living in Austin, Texas for you as well. You can watch that above too. It's really good for you to know. And then of course, the one thing you should definitely know before moving to Austin, Texas, let's say from California, is traffic is crazy. There's so much traffic, non-stop, every single day, Monday through Sunday. It does not sleep. Even in 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, there's still traffic probably going on. I'm in bed by 9 o'clock, about 4 o'clock every single day. So I don't really see the traffic after, 7 o'clock normally. But I do know I'm driving for listing appointments or for buyer appointments for my clients and luxury clients. I'm always in traffic. So keep that in mind. If you hate traffic, you may want to move to the outskirts of Austin, Texas, like Round Rock, Kyle, Buda, and so forth. Or just know that traffic's gonna happen and you can always wait for less prime time to drive around the city. And again, I'm from Kansas. I used to live in the city for a while. It was like one stop sign, I think, in the whole city, one stop light in the whole city. So for me, when I first moved here, it was a huge cultural shock to see so much traffic. But it is bumper to bumper, most often than not. Again, after a while, you get used to it, but you will need a car and live in Austin, Texas. Almost hands down. It's a big enough city and with 1 million plus people, you probably need a car to get to most places. It's definitely diverse. You can Uber amount of places as well, but it's gonna cost a little more money. Now, a lot of my clients are luxury people, so they don't really care that much about the Uber charges. So that's fine with you. By all means, just Uber away to do Lyft. But I do recommend having some kind of vehicle, car to have, to make sure that, take you too long to get back and forth from different places, not in Texas. And then finally, our last point, number 5, is gonna be, the weather is amazing, more often than not. Right now, it is a dry season. This is probably the driest it's ever been for a long time. But there are still tons of lakes and water holes as well for you to enjoy while you're here, despite that happening. Now, if you're trying to buy a property, kind of back to the first point, the market's competitive, that's by the lake, it's gonna be a little harder to find one that's in Austin with water access. I have a client right now trying to buy a property for around $1.5 million on the lake. There are options that we can find for them, but the caveat is all the water level is so low because the weather is so hot and dry. More often than not though, this is the worst it's ever been for the past 20 years. But just keep in mind, it can change on you all the time. Sometimes in the morning, you gotta wear jackets and so forth and an umbrella, and by the time it's afternoon, you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt. The weather changes quite often, it's quite unpredictable. So keep that in mind. Again, to me, not that bad. Obviously, people still love Austin, Texas, because people are moving here as often as possible because of the amazing culture, the great real estate, the great people, and so much more. So quick recap for you guys though, the 5 main points kind of look out for before moving to Austin, Texas. Number 1, the market is crazy. It is super competitive. There are tons of people here every single day trying to buy and sell. I have appointments every single day, almost all day long with buyers and sellers. I get asked questions all day long as well, but the same thing. It kind of tells you how busy it is in Austin. Our next point is kind of breaking down the main. And our next point for our recap is going to be the job market in Austin is amazing. Again, Samsung, Apple, Oracle, all these huge tech companies are coming to Austin, Texas, meaning for us there are tons of jobs for you guys to have and to work at, and also lets me know that appreciation is really high for you too in Austin. Our next point I love as well about Austin, which is number 3, is going to be the lifestyle and the culture is unmatched. It's one of the best places in the world. Again, I've been all across America, been in Austin the past 10 years, and still my favorite places I've ever been at and lived at, especially for all the culture, the hiking trails, the scenery, the people, the food, the music, the movies, the list goes on. There are so many amazing things to explore and experience while you're living here. The 4th point for this one is gonna be traffic. Make sure you hate traffic, you have road rage. If that is the case, Austin's gonna be a little debatable for you. I'm not too bad with it, but I do know if most people, they hate traffic. But if you're from New York or California, you probably don't care that much. And again, I'm from a small town in Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas, we can use that. And I adjust this pretty well, I think, so it's not too bad, not the end of the world. And finally, the 5th point of what you need to know about moving to Austin, Texas is gonna be the weather is unpredictable. Every single day, it's a lot different. From hot, cold, wet, whole 9 yards, even snow sometimes too, not often, but nowadays like once a year, hopefully not this year though, so fingers crossed for that. But again, that is what you should know about Austin, Texas, and the whole kind of main scope, the 5 main things to know before moving here. And if you want to learn more about Austin, the real estate market, feel free to call me down below again. I'm one of the top 90 agents in my brokerage. Out of 90,000 agents globally, across 50 states and 24 countries. And I specialize in luxury real estate and can help you in all different areas, from commercial, leases, residential, the whole 9 yards. And I have a huge team as well to help you too. So don't worry, I can definitely handle all the influx. So people can talk to us about real estate, all things in general. in Austin market. As always, thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, tag your friends down below. Give us a share as well. Who do you know to see this video moving forward about moving to Austin, Texas? As always, have the best day yet.